Hey class, so I have two interesting prompts this week for you. The first one, do I think flex time, telecommunicating, job sharing, or compressed work weeks is really going to motivate employees? Why or why not? Also, are there situations in which working in teams might be demotivating? How could this occur? Second prompt, how much overtime is reasonable in a week? How long can the company expect workers to continue work overtime before they see employee stress levels significantly higher than normal? So, first question, or first prompt, my apologies. Do I think using flex times is really going to motivate employees? Well, I have a pretty good example of that. We had a very big sale over at City Furniture for our, as you know, Labor Day, and my manager offered me to work more hours during that Labor Day sale, and I did, and I got more sales, and they offered to pay me back the extra hours I worked on those busy days. I could leave early, say like when it's not busy. So like last Wednesday, I left at 5 instead of 8 o'clock, and that definitely motivated me to pick up those extra hours during Labor Day. And so, and then mentally, say you have a compressed work week and you only have 4 days a week, you really are going to enjoy those 3 days a week. 2 days is, I'm sure you ask most people out there, it's not enough. 3 days, perfect, honestly. Gets people motivated, finish, 3 day weekend, something to look forward to. And then working in teams, can it be demotivating? It depends on who you're working with. Obviously, if you're working with some buddies, you always have that aspect of, being childish and friendly and kiddie with each other. But if you're working with a real slacker, and people who just don't know what they're doing, obviously it doesn't, you don't want to necessarily shine. Say you're like a middle of the pack type of guy, like me. I'm a middle of the pack type of guy. Sometimes I'll take ownership and lead, but majority of the times, I'm just trying to get the job done, stay out of everyone's hair, and then, if I have to pick up other people's slack, yes, that's going to be demotivating. And now, finishing off the last prompt, how much overtime is reasonable in a week? Well, that's entirely up to the employee and the employer situation, obviously. Say I'm in a restaurant and I'm picking up more hours for overtime and I get, time and a half or whatever. And plus tips, obviously restaurant work sucks and it's hard. I wouldn't work more than, 50 hours a week, 10 hours overtime. But if it's, more of like a monotonous job, and you're just, in it for like, say you're working $20 an hour to, assembly line work, and it's really easy, it's just, boring, then I say, 50, 60, it can be uncapped. Obviously it's manager discretion to how many extra hours they allow. But, if the employee, is, killing it and he's loving the lifestyle, then by all means, let him work, let him double work, do whatever he wants, as long as he's getting the job done.